All right. We're back with another episode of Lounge Talk with Mitz. Mitz is kind of like
Hello.
he's my sidekick. He's my son. He's my boy. He's my gambling buddy. He's kind of like my best friend, but
Kind of
well,
like your best
yeah,
friend? That's crazy.
that is crazy.
I was
He's
going
my
to say,
best
I
friend,
agree with
bro.
the first three, and then he hits me with that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I
man.
don't know how easy way to explain it. Mitz my best friend. We come here, we talk
Kind of
sports.
his best friend.
Bro,
is
that's a compliment,
nuts.
bro. It's a compliment.
All right.
But yeah, we're back. It's been a wild, I guess, week or 2 weeks since we last
Yeah.
did this. A lot of bets. A lot of bets lost by one by me. Discord's kind of going crazy as a whole besides me. What do you see from the Discord? This guy's the king of taking one thing from
I
everybody.
mean,
He takes one thing from everybody, and he puts his favorite thing and he puts it in a parlay, and he's been doing pretty
that's
well
what I
with it.
do. I mean, there's a lot of good cappers. Obviously, it's hard to for me. Like my bankroll, I personally can't tail everything. So I'll find what I like from everybody and just combine it. But no, I mean, I think the Discord's been great.
Discord's been great. Zlotny
it.
is player of the month, capper of the month in the Discord. For
I
us.
like that.
Yeah, like
for sure.
I'm proud of Zlot too because Zlot had a bad stretch. I would say from like April to like probably September,
Yeah,
and I was a little worried about him. And then after we talked, he just been on a tear, bro.
killing it, man.
He promised me by the new year he'd be close to 100 units, and he's approaching 100 units. But he's great because he does what me and Tommy and the other guys do. He just bets straight all the time, everything. Barely any parlays, which is great if you're just trying to build your bankroll.
Yeah, he's not parlay centric, which is important. I mean, it's obviously the best thing in the world is to hit a parlay.
Yeah,
but
who doesn't
you
like
know
hitting a
what I mean?
parlay? I mean, that's what I tell him. I'm like, dude, we will get people to tail your bets. We'll get them in. Once we get them in, like you got to kill them with your style.
Yeah,
Because like we're not always gonna win parlays. Like me right now, I've won a parlay in 10 days. It's like the coldest streak amount. I've been right there every day. But Zlot's killing it. Rocket's killing it. The guy Tommy's killing it. The guys in the court are killing it. So my time will come. I'll pick it up. But
yeah, you can't win them all.
yeah, the team is doing great, and I'm very. This is probably the most confident I've ever been with our team in the Discord. Very happy about it. Got a very well balanced group of guys. Sometimes 2-game slate tonight. It's like not
Yeah, playing tournament.
it's a lot of not overlap, but a lot of parlays, a lot of straights for 2 games. It's kind of a lot, but
Yeah,
love where the chord's at. And I think if you're in the chord and you're listening to this, you agree the chord's probably in the best place it's been in the last year in terms of cappers, amount of plays, type of plays. It's very diverse, and that's important to us that we don't have a lot of overlap.
Right.
Diversifying the type of plays is like our dream. We don't want a lot of the same shit.
I agree completely.
So there's been a lot that's happened, obviously, in the last 10 days of actually just sports, not bets or anything, but we had a big college football weekend debate. What do you think about it?
About the who got into the playoff. Again, it's you can look at it both ways, right? Like if it's cut and dry and you're just simply taking the best 4 teams, like okay, I can see it, but I personally think Florida State got robbed, right? You got these kids that work their tail off and they go 13-0 and they beat a lot of good teams along the way. They scheduled LSU in the beginning of the year, which they didn't have to do. LSU was ranked 4 in the country?
Yeah, LSU was good.
I could be wrong with the number, but they were ranked high in the country and they beat them up.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. No one's going to convince me that they got it right, but I also won't argue because, like I said, if you're just taking the best 4 teams, it's kind of hard to argue it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best 4 teams got in personally, and I think if Jordan Travis was healthy, I know it sucks to say that, but
Let me ask you this though, right? You said the best 4 teams got in. I guarantee you, if Georgia played Washington, Georgia would be -7.
yeah, but the way that it's designed, unfortunately,
Go ahead.
the way that it's designed, you can't leave Washington out.
Why?
What are they, 12-0 or 12-1?
No, they're 12-0.
12-0, like
So why you leave FSU out?
because they don't have Jordan Travis. They had Jordan
They
Travis.
play
they're in.
tougher teams.
If they play if they have Jordan Travis, they're in.
That's ridiculous, bro.
They're gonna lose by 50.
It's not
to
the
Bama.
point. It's not.
The best 4 teams right now got in.
Yeah.
don't think Georgia's
I won't argue that. Again, it's hard to argue that.
It's hard
But
to
like
argue
I said, you can't tell me that like Florida State didn't deserve to be in
Oh,
there.
they
did.
100%.
They did
I don't
what they
think
had to
I don't
do.
think Georgia deserved to be in. Georgia didn't have. Yeah, they're 12-1. I don't think many of their wins were that. What's the word I'm looking like? They didn't crush anyone
that
like
impressive.
important.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean,
They
they're
didn't
never gonna
cover.
not. They're never. They weren't gonna leave the SEC out. They
Yeah,
just weren't
but
gonna
in
do
terms
it.
of SEC, like it was a down year for the SEC. Like I don't think Georgia was head over shoulders better than anyone. I don't think Alabama was head over shoulders than anyone. Came down to
No,
SEC.
there's a lot of parity this year for sure.
Yeah. So like when you say Georgia would beat Washington, like I don't really know. Like what's his name? Beck, the quarterback.
Yeah, Carson Beck.
He didn't impress me all year. He didn't really impress me.
He impressed me in terms of like I didn't think he was as good. Like he's playing well. Like
Yeah.
to what I thought he was going to do this year and how he's playing. He's impressed me, but that's not.
But Michael
that might
Penix
not be
impressed
saying-
me. He had a great year.
Oh, yeah, Penix.
Penix, my bad. Penix.
A little pause, but nah, Penix. He's phenomenal.
Like,
I'm not throwing any shade at Washington. They absolutely deserve to be there. But if you're saying like the only thing I was saying is like they're an undefeated team. Florida State's undefeated. Like I think both of those teams if they played Georgia would be obviously the underdog. So like if we're saying the top 4 teams got in, like did they really? Because Georgia's a top 4 team in the country. Period.
Yeah.
Ohio State might be one of the 4 best teams. I'm not just saying that because I like Ohio State. I'm just throwing another team out there.
like I don't think Michigan's that good, but they're good at winning football games.
We'll see. I mean, this is going to be obviously they're playing an Alabama team. They're not going to like. They're going to have to throw the ball, so they won't just run up and down the field on them.
I
so
think
we'll
like
see.
I think the public is hammering Alabama.
Probably.
Which like eye test, just the eye test, 2 football programs, taking Alabama every time. But in these big games, like not fading the public, but just like
I think it's a Michigan line. I mean, it's 1, right?
yeah, it's
1.5.
one. I think like
So
yeah. I mean, if I look at that line, I think it's Michigan. But if my eye test is telling me like yo, Bama's gonna roll on these boys, like Nick Saban's gonna roll on these
Miller
boys.
is playing great,
Yeah, Miller's nice.
running the ball, throwing.
He
the
got
ball.
benched earlier in the year. You see the backup quarterback transferred.
Well, he got benched against the other team that's in the Final Four, Texas.
Oh
He
really?
got benched that game. Yeah.
Oklahoma, Texas played on the day of my wedding.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had
Oklahoma. Yeah. He did.
who weren't that good. Fuck, damn. It's
crazy
Fresno
game.
State, bro.
You know how it's a rivalry game though, right? So you know how those
Yeah.
games sometimes go, but
Yeah, so that it was a nightmare for the college football playoff committee. But like, if you're asking me, I
yeah,
think
they really needed
FSU to
obviously. Well, they
lose.
needed Oregon to beat Washington. That
or
one,
they needed FSU to lose.
that one hurt.
to
Of
lose
course,
it.
that was the easy one. Yeah, they needed
But-
FSU. Honestly, if Georgia wins though, right, FSU's probably in.
Probably.
You know what I mean? So like Bama upsetting Georgia obviously hurt them too.
I mean,
So-
it's great. Like it's flawed the system, but it's also so electric. Like I had a great time watching college football this past weekend, and I think college football has been 100 times better than the NFL this year. I enjoyed watching football on Saturdays right here with you more than I watched doing not like my favorite thing to do is to do nothing and watch football and gamble on my couch. Dog, wife, right next to me chilling. I had more fun watching the games, the college football games, here all year because the NFL is just a horrible offensive product right now. College football is back and forth so fast, so fun.
That's why college
Like,
sports is my
comes
favorite.
comes down to the last minute covering all the time. It's so fun.
It's the best.
So and we're gonna have a fun bowl season. The bowl season's great because like right around the holidays, you're home. Games start at 12 o'clock. You got guys not like big upsets because seniors don't play.
Transfer portal.
Transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the Ohio State transfer portal? Kyle McCord's out.
I love it.
He's
Love it.
gone.
Listen, I don't dislike Kyle. I don't dislike Kyle McCord. I just think there's better quarterbacks out there, and that's the beauty of the transfer portal now. Like I think they're going after that kid from Washington State, Ward, who can sling it. He can
Oh, yeah,
run
he's
the,
good.
He could
He's
run
good.
the ball. So I think you put him in that kind of style offense. It'd be great. Yeah, listen, no Will Wildred.
Yeah.
Kyle McCord. He's went to St. Joe's Prep, so
Yeah, right. He's a Philly.
He's a local guy, so
I don't think he's a Philly guy, but
it is
he's a
what it
Pennsylvania
is.
guy.
Right.
Let's pivot to the NBA in-season tournament. I mean, what a fun,
Talk about a good product.
what a great product the NBA in-season tournament is. And I was saying this yesterday. Like, I didn't realize how great of a product it was until the Kings played the Warriors, and the Kings came back from down 20.
That's crazy.
The Warriors needed to win by 12 to advance. The Kings, I won outright. Like that was like I realized that night that this is maybe one of the best things for the NBA, and they should probably do it 2 times a year.
Yeah. That I would say this though. That's probably the only thing I dislike about it is like how the soccer with like the aggregate, they're trying to do like the point differential thing.
You saw Iguodala and
tough.
Tatum talk about it.
No, I didn't, but it's just it's hard because like you
good for
have to
betting.
worry about one winning the game and then also all right, I got to win by this many points. Like and then they did the
Yeah.
who are they fouling?
Drummond.
Drummond. Yeah.
I don't think I
tough.
agree. I don't love
But
that.
it's been fun and exciting.
But for betting purposes, if you need a guy to make one more three and they're up 30 in the fourth, most of the time they're not playing.
Yeah.
You're done. You're chalked.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got to win by 23. They're going to chuck it. They're
Yeah.
going to keep throwing it up. So for betting purposes, which I think plays a big part into why the NBA is like pushing this so hard. I mean, they're pushing FanDuel, they're pushing DraftKings. They know people are betting on this. It's a good product.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a great product.
Gambling might have a little bit to do
And
with
tonight,
it, but I just
tonight the Bucks Pacers totals 257. Like,
it's crazy.
give me that. Give me all the props in that.
The Pacers played no fucking defense.
No defense. I love the
So
Pacers.
wild. But they're the most exciting team to watch right now because like you could tell that every single one of those guys care about winning this.
So here's-
one, they get the money benefit, but like
Here's my-
you could tell it means something. to
Here's
them,
my
which is
question
cool.
though about the Pacers. Could they get to the Eastern Conference Finals? Like you tell me that right now, I'm like no. But then I look at how they're playing in these big games, and
Yeah, I'm still gonna say.
I'm going to say no as
I'm
well.
gonna say no.
Like I think the Sixers are better than them.
Maybe in a couple years. But
I think the Sixers are better than the Pacers, but
of course the Sixers are better than the Pacers.
are they?
And
are
again,
they?
I'm a Sixers fan, but like I'm one of the biggest Sixers critics too. Like this,
I mean, we all are. We're
I'll tell
Philadelphia
you right now,
fans.
the Sixers are 100% better.
Dude,
than Indiana.
I
Pacers.
agree, but I don't know if someone outside of Philadelphia would agree the way the Pacers played.
And that's okay.
Like you put Joel Embiid in a must-win game versus the Pacers and that sorry-ass defense, we're gonna cook them. But Halliburton, same way back. Like Halliburton's transitioning from not only an amazing facilitator to a great scorer.
I had this conversation with a buddy the other night. Obviously, looking back at that Kings trade,
Bro,
like
it's most fair trade of all time.
that's how I look at it. Like obviously, like the way Halliburton's playing and like long term, like the Pacers obviously won that deal.
I mean the Pacers probably won.
But for fit and for Sabonis is another great player. Like
They could win the NBA
again,
Finals.
this is the thing: the Kings in the next 2 to 3 years gotta get like Western Conference
They're getting there
Finals
this
to where
year.
I would say like, all right,
They're
they
getting to the
probably
NBA.
won the
They're
trade
getting to the Western Conference Finals this year.
this year.
The Kings will get there. I'll lay $1,000 on that right now. They will get there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they'll win.
you heard it here.
Yeah, I mean,
Larry's taking Kings Western
well,
Conference.
Tommy already
Finals.
took them to win the NBA Finals, but
Oh, did he? Okay.
yeah, the thing about the Kings is they're deep. Like
They are.
Malik Monk, he's a hooper. Like the last shot of the game, he's the guy. He's the sixth man on that team, but he's got the mentality that he wants the ball in the last minute of the game, and that is so important.
Yeah, if it's not in Fox's hands, I definitely want Malik Monk taking that shot.
He's great. Yeah, Sabonis for Halliburton fit the needs of each team.
Agreed.
Like the Kings weren't going to play Halliburton over Fox ever. He still would be behind him. Maybe he starts next to him, but he's not thriving like he would in Indiana, where they needed a guy like Sabonis, who's a big guy, gets rebounds, facilitates as well. He's not a great scorer, but he's a decent scorer.
Yeah, no, that's my opinion on it.
I
too.
think it's the most fair. I think Halliburton for Sabonis for what each team needed is one of the most fair trades of all time.
and that's and
And if you don't say it is, like, you're just thinking about individual talent and not realizing that Halliburton wouldn't play as the same role on the Kings with Fox there.
yeah, that's the way I look at it. So, yeah, good trade for both teams.
Yeah, so let's talk about a little betting now. So obviously, we touched on it earlier. I'm in a weird stretch of losing parlays by one. I lost 463 parlays now in the last year by one
Crazy.
for a total of like 1.8 million potential winnings. Granted, you're not going to win them all. Totally not going to win them, but the stretch I'm on right now is crazy. So
Gambling, man. It's
yeah,
not-
I mean, having expectations of
it is.
long-term expectations of gambling. Like you look at this 10-day window for me of losing all these like bets by one. Like my mindset's great right now. Like I feel
the
great.
reads are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like you're losing 3 out of the 4.
No,
legs,
if I was
right?
losing every single one, I'd be like, yo, something's wrong. But mindset, I'm great. So having the right mindset when you're losing is so important because if you're down in the dumps,
it's everything.
if you're down, you're never gonna win if you don't have the right mindset. Straight up.
That's why I always say too, like the environment in the Discord, like even when bets are not hitting, like I'll jump in the chats and you could just see like everyone's supporting each other. Like,
Yeah, like
especially if it's a good read. Now,
Yeah.
like again, the end of the day, like if you throw a play out there and totally flops, like yeah, you should be able to take some criticism.
Bro, I
And
take
you know what I
criticism
mean?
all
It
the
is what
time.
it is. But
right
you know what I mean?
now, literally right now, I just go on the Discord and I'm like, all right, who's gonna be chirping me and who's gonna be supporting me? Because like well, listen, I'm not pissed. I'm still like winning.
Yeah.
I'm still like tailing the guys and winning, but you know, people are like, yo, Larry, what the hell you doing? I'm like, listen, man, they're just not falling right now. My mindset's great. So
Right.
the way I always tell people who want to bet and like it's a weird time right now, like if you're telling me I'm gonna lose, let's say $1,000 in this 10-day stretch to make 10,000 over the course of 4 months, 5 months, sign me up. Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm losing right now, but in long term, in the long aspect of this, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
I always do. I always come out of this stronger and better than ever. It's just when you're in it, it's like, all right, just get me the hell out of this.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you've been in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. Like, I think I take breaks all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's
Yeah, I don't take breaks.
it takes a while. Well, again,
I don't take breaks. I don't
your
take
bankroll
naps.
is a little bit different.
I don't
than
take breaks. I don't
mine.
take naps.
But it is what it is. Sometimes you need it. But I think though too, like obviously you see how Larry that stretch and he's hitting 3 out of the 4 and like it's getting really really close. Like what I do all the time and like like I said and I said this last time, like I'll either water stuff down or I'll take something I really like and agree with from from everyone in the Discord. Like last night, right? I took 3 plays from Rocket. I took 1 from Larry. I took 1 from Tom, and it ended up hitting, which is great. But you know what I mean? It's the ones that I like.
Let's talk about this guy hit plus 12,000 the other night.
That was crazy.
He took 1 leg from everybody, and I can't believe the leg you took from me was Sam Hauser.
The second I saw again, the
Sam
second I
Hauser,
saw
like,
it.
listen, I hope
Well,
Sam.
it's a lot. It had a lot to do with who they were playing, right? The
Pacers,
They
yeah.
played no types of defense.
Yeah,
right?
4 was
it's
like-
just open. They were blitzing Tatum, right? It was just I don't know. That's the one I liked.
Yeah, now listen, and that's just like the
Thanks,
name.
Larry.
Yeah, Sam Hauser. I should have just taken him straight, and like I paired him with McCollum, who like comes out, rips 2 in the first half, and I'm like, oh, bet.
He
Like,
was shooting them. I mean,
I mean, he only shot 5. He went 3 for 5. Like,
yeah,
the Pelicans are a tough team to get right, and I continue to go. Like tonight, I'm going back to McCollum because every time I need a guy, the next game they snap.
yeah.
They snap the next game. So like by the transitive property, wherever the frick it is, I'm taking McCollum again because
Property's crazy.
yeah, that's transitive property is crazy. You know what it's geometry, right? Yeah, you don't know. This guy slings windows. He don't know about geometry.
Don't ask me, man.
Yeah, so just have it like being able to water down, and that's why like I started throwing in some builders, which I'm not like the biggest fan of builders. Like I've just never been like, it's not my style. Like I'm a risk it for the biscuit kind of guy. It's what got me here. It's what's gonna keep me here. But mixing in some builders for everybody while it's not going hot is, I'm gonna start doing a little
I think
more
it's
of them.
important. It's important for your bankroll, right?
I fucking hate them though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally, I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna do a builder, right, I would just bet something straight, like
Yeah,
against the spread.
but
or
I've been getting hooked.
something live.
I've been getting
you know,
hooked so
something
much.
live.
It's just like, just give me the fucking builder, man. Like last night, Embiid 30, Garland 6 assists, like so easy. Harden 6 assists, Jokic 12
Yeah.
rebounds, like so easy.
Yeah,
Both.
I think
+1.
NBA like from a builder standpoint, I think the NBA props is the easiest way to do it,
Yeah.
opposed to like NFL props.
Yeah,
or,
NFL is hard because like, a guy can get hurt so easily. Or,
Yeah.
like, there's only so
So-
much opportunity. But I mean, you can say the same thing in the NBA because there's blowouts.
Yeah, true.
But that's why it's so important. They're really sharp in the NBA is every night. So these guys are really sharp with these guys' lines. So, you know, a 6.5 line, like I'll take the 6 instead, and they could have 16 3/4 and not play the 4th, and like I'm good because
Yeah,
it's a blowout.
yep,
So
for sure.
water down gang, builder gang, do what works for you. Like gambling's all about like doing what works for you. Like you could see what we're on and make your own stuff out of it, or you just blindly tail us, which a lot of people do. But yeah, so the Discord the last 10 days besides me has been really, really good.
Been consistent. For
Tommy's
sure.
should we talk about Tommy Luck?
Dude, it's a real thing.
Tommy Luck's a real
Tommy
thing.
Luck is a real
Tommy
thing.
Luck is a real thing, and like I love the dude so much.
Dude.
I've never seen someone win so many parlays or bets with under 1 minute left in the game consistently.
Get under 1 minute left in the game. We're talking like literally like the last possession of games.
It's crazy, bro, and
It's
like
unbelievable.
he's amazing. Like I'm Tom's biggest fan. Like
So
everywhere we go, and like people, because me and Tommy, we've known each other since
Yeah.
we're 6 years old.
Crazy.
So like people ask me about Discord, I'm like, they're like, Larry's not just saying. I'm like, yeah, but like Tommy's amazing, isn't he? Like
Yeah.
the shit Tommy wins and the kind of stuff he wins is insane.
I said it before. It's just the way he does his research and the way he actually dives into games and why he picks his spots is why he's so good, right? I mean, it's not rocket science, but he really takes the time and figures out.
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
I'm not discrediting. I'm just talking about the last 30.
Oh, no,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
30 seconds of the game, this guy wins like 3
Oh,
times
no,
a week.
yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
But I was just saying, like I said, and I said it before, like it's just there's so many good, and even on Twitter, like there's a lot of guys outside of the Discord that I
Yeah.
think are really good, and I tail some of their plays
Yeah.
sometimes. But if I had to say like a capper who I think's like the most consistent and actually does the right research, I tell Tom all the time, like
Me
he's
too.
spot on.
Dude, he's great.
80% of the time. It's
My
crazy.
partner for a reason, bro.
That's right,
That's my partner.
Larry and Tom.
Yeah, it could be Tommy and Larry. It could be Larry and
Like
Tommy.
Shaq
It don't
and
matter to
Kobe.
me. You know,
Which one's Shaq though?
it depends on the run.
Which one's Shaq right now?
I mean, Shaq. Who's more dominant right now? Like Shaq.
Shaq.
Tommy Shaq
There
right
you
now,
go.
bro. Boy, I ain't scared,
I was just
There
making.
ain't
I
no-
was just making sure.
bro. There's no ego with me, bro. Tommy could be
know.
Shaq, dude. I could be Derek Fisher. I'm Derek Fisher right now. Like I don't care. I'll come
Take
out of
that.
nowhere. Like
Take
bro,
that.
Zlot could be Kobe right now. I don't care. Like as long as like the
That
Discord.
Robert Ory, bro,
Zlat Robert Ory.
smacking him.
Yeah, smacking him. I mean, listen, like the goal always like is for me and Tommy to be Shaq and Kobe. Kobe and Shaq. It doesn't really matter which
Doesn't
one's
matter,
which
100%.
because
You'll take that all day.
we'll take it all day as long as one of us is doing well. But like recently, like I'll catch him. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, they'll start falling. They
they'll
always
start
do.
falling. It's all good.
It's the,
But
it's the gambling.
yeah,
man.
and that's when Tommy came back. Like we always know. Like we say LeBron and Wade more in the Miami.
that was
era.
one of the funnest things.
Yeah, we say LeBron and Wade.
You
Like
got
he could be
Tom
LeBron
back.
one night, I could be LeBron one night. It don't matter. It's just one of us got to do it.
Yeah.
But the team that we've surrounded ourselves with, like anyone can step up any night, and that's the beauty of it. So it's like
That's what I love to see over the years. Like you've been, you know what I mean? There's so many cappers that came through the
dude.
Discord.
I look at the
Like-
evolution of the Discord. I think about it every day.
Where it's at right now is just again and just knowing the guys and how their personality are, and like you just said, there's no egos. When someone's not hitting bets, there's no talking shit. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
really good work environment, and then two, like just you know what I mean, just supporting each
You know,
other.
and I was actually on the phone with Rocket last night, telling him like, because he's fairly new to Discord. I just want to get like, I don't know, his vibe down, and I'm explaining to him that like, I see in other Discords, it's not like a family vibe. Like it's kind of like every man for themselves or something. Like,
Business.
dude, we're all friends. Like
Yep.
I view all the cappers as a friend
100%.
before they're cappers, and that's like important. And I feel like the Discord kind of feels that emotion from us. Like we're boys. We're all boys. There's no animosity. No one's being a dick to someone else. It's all love.
It's awesome to see.
Yeah. So I want to find someone to do soccer same game parlays and hockey shots on goals parlays more consistently, because I think that's a market that we don't touch yet. And people like hockey.
Definitely not hot. Yeah,
People like hockey. People like soccer. Like Slot's good at straight soccers, but we need a same game
there
parlay.
you go.
for soccer.
Any good hockey
Yeah,
cappers out there?
If you're good at hockey, you're good at
hit
soccer.
up Larry.
Yeah. I need a resume.
You get a shot.
Dude, I'm a man of opportunity.
Yes, he is.
I give anyone an opportunity who says they're good. Not anyone, but I've given a lot of people opportunities in the Discord who probably didn't deserve one. Just because
Correct.
I'm like, you say you're good. I can't really do that anymore because of the size of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you think about like a year ago when there was like, it was a small Discord, like, oh, you want
Like,
to
yeah, I'm not
picks?
going to name any names, but
Yeah.
there's 5 people off top of
Yeah.
my mind that, you know what I mean, you probably
Yeah, I probably didn't need to give opportunity.
let rock out and just wasn't,
Yeah,
probably
it's-
shouldn't have. But at the end of the day, that
I mean,
just shows the person
I
you
think
are,
about
man.
last NBA season. I'm like, damn, I like don't need these guys. They're not good. Like, why am I paying them? Why are they giving out picks? And I just like let them go.
Yeah.
And now I love where we're at now. I've done a way better job of evaluating talent and giving opportunity to those who like deserve it. Like we'll talk about Buddha, for example, with baseball. Buddha was giving me like all this information,
Yep.
all this research, and like it was helping me. But I'm like, I don't feel right like making my plays off of this guy's research. Like
Not
he can have his own channel.
and him not having his shine.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
he can have his own channel. Like
Dude, and that's like, there's not that many people like you, bro. Like, there's a lot of people that wouldn't even think about even like giving him a shot or like. letting
yeah,
him- letting him
Dude,
do
there's
it. Like
people-
delegating it to him.
Yeah,
you know what
there's
I mean? Like,
Buddha Baseball was a good addition to the Discord.
he's a great dude.
Yeah, he's so nice. He's the coolest guy. And I'm always just trying to give people opportunity, but it's not as easy as it was before.
No, 100%.
You know, following comes into play, type of plays. We don't want any overlap.
Listen, it's a service at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, we got to
You
make sure
have
the
to
product's
make
good.
sure- Yeah,
The product's not
exactly.
good.
You
Like,
gotta
there's an
please.
issue.
Yep.
And
That's a good, like, talking about Buddha. I mean, we can talk about, it's kind of a good transition. Like, could talk about baseball a little bit.
Juan Soto, the Yankees.
Yeah.
Juan Soto to the Yankees?
Juan Soto to the Yankees. That's crazy.
That is crazy. So you got to hit him before Judge.
Yeah, I think he has to be just because he draws a lot of walks, and I think that's what the Yankees kind of been missing. Like, Judge is a phenomenal player, but with a guy like that who hits that many home runs, who drives in that many runs, like, you need a guy that can get on base. And they bat Judge second. Like, now I think you put him third,
Yeah.
right? You find a guy that's going to be lead off. I think you put Juan Soto two, and then I think
mean,
it's going to be great.
Do you go Verdugo at one? They just got him from the Red Sox.
No.
Eighth trade since 1969 between the
Yeah,
Yankees
it's
and the Red
tough,
Sox.
right? Because they just have a bunch of guys that just smack the ball, right? Like, where are you going to put Giancarlo?
So I was telling you this earlier, but I was
You
listening.
got that kid Volpe. He might be
Yeah,
able to
I was
lead off
listening
for you.
Will Middlebrooks, former Red Sox third baseman, he actually hates Soto to the Yankees, and I kind of agree with him. And we were talking about it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Soto's going to try and pull the ball because of that short porch. And when Juan Soto's at his best, he's smashing the ball to left field.
Correct.
Opposite way.
Yeah.
That short porch. And that's why Aaron Judge is so good, because he sits on a fastball. If he gets a curveball, he's going to take it to right field short porch.
Yeah.
If Soto's trying to
Definitely
pull the
favors
ball the whole
right-handed
time,
hitters.
like, that's not Juan Soto's game. I don't think Juan Soto's washed. People hate Juan Soto.
That's if anybody's saying that, he's still so young. He's definitely not wise.
Remember when
he gets on base?
Remember when
Like,
Bryce Harper won the MVP a couple years ago? Like,
Yeah.
Juan Soto almost won that on a 47-win Nationals team
Yep.
because he hit like 350 after All-Star break and went crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that Juan Soto's still around. It's just right situation. Like, I don't really think the Padres was the right situation for him.
No, listen. I the Padres again. The Padres took a chance, right? I didn't think it was a wrong
Fuck the
move. That
Padres.
lineup was loaded. They just
They
didn't.
thought they could beat the Phillies.
They just didn't win. Now Tatis has battled injuries, so like they didn't really get like a full go at it. But that's baseball sometimes. You know, what I mean, it's a long season.
Phil's
But
got Noah back on a great deal.
what else did we do?
Dude, we got Jock Peterson.
What else did we do?
What else did we do?
Got rid of Kimbrel.
Oh, yeah, we got rid of Kimbrel yesterday.
Clap it up.
Yeah, we don't need Kimbrel anymore. Get
Yeah,
out
get
of here.
him the hell out of here.
I mean, he had a great first 2 months of the year, but we were done with Kimbrel. But
He's been-
we need a closer.
He's been washed for years.
We need
and
a
I'll
real
I'll
closer.
stand by that.
Oh, he's been, dude. If you bet on baseball,
Stand
you
by
know
that.
Craig Kimbrel the last 4 years has been horrible. He had a 2-month revelation with the Phillies, but after those 2 months, he still was getting saves, but he was getting away every save was scary. He was nothing was easy. And then the playoffs come around and he gets exposed. We need a real closer. So we got Jock Peterson, though, which I'm a little worried about because you got 2 Kyle Schwarbers now.
Yeah, I mean it's
Are you getting rid
like
of
I don't think if we're talking about fit on the team, like I don't think Jock Peterson is what we really needed.
No. What's his...
I'll take him because
he's a winner.
he's one of those guys and even I think like the last couple years, like he's not really an everyday type of guy. He can play every day. I think we're gonna use him more as like finding the matchups. I don't think he's gonna play every day, but I could be wrong.
I just don't know how you play him and Schwarber every day. You can.
But that's what I'm saying.
One or the other.
That's what yeah.
All right, I want to get rid of Castellanos, if we can.
I'm up in the air about that. I
He's too
wouldn't hate
streaky.
it.
He's
I
too
wouldn't.
streaky.
I would love keeping him too. So
I think you gotta hit Trey Turner 1. You gotta have speed.
Trey has to be.
Schwarber can't be the leadoff hitter. Like, I love him at 1 because he gets fastballs, but you got to go back to like traditional baseball. Like, speed kills.
I agree.
Once Trey got on base with stealing bases, like, the season changed for us. Obviously, Trey got hot, but you got to have guys on base who could steal and make it happen.
Yeah, I'd like to see Marsh play every day. I think he's earned that.
Marsh is good.
Obviously, I like Rojas, but he can't hit. So like,
I would play Pache.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll play Pache. But wait,
Topper just got signed through what 2025.
Let me ask you something. Who do you want? Who do you rather have? And this might sound crazy. So if you're listening to this, who would you rather have? Blake Snell or Aaron Nola?
Yeah, for me, I'd rather have Blake Snell.
So you'd rather have Blake Snell at say $35 million a year or Aaron Nola at $20 million a year?
Yeah. So again, the money difference, right? If we're factoring in everything, then maybe
Let's factor in everything. experience, Cy Young's contract. I'm taking Nola. He's going to give you like Blake Snell goes 5 innings. He might have
baseball
12,
though with the money and the cap. It's really like
yeah, but he
not
might
that important,
have
but-
12 strikeouts, but he's only going 5 innings. Where Nola's going 6, 7 innings with like not as many strikeouts. He's gone deeper into He's gone deep into the playoffs the last couple of years.
I mean, when you factor in everything, I might lean Nola, but if I'm just talking straight pitching, like I value a lefty that can, you know what I mean, that could hit high speed and.
But
I
I
think it's important to have a lefty. In
I need more than
rotation,
5
but-
innings out of him.
Yeah, I think, and again, it's sometimes you get rocked, but I think Blake Snell is capable of being that Cy Young caliber guy.
He just won the Cy
Did
Young.
he win it?
He
Yeah,
won.
So there you go.
But
You know what I mean?
he
So
didn't win it because
I wasn't sure if he won it or
he
not.
won it.
I
He
know
won
was in
it
the
based off
conversation.
I mean, he's a great pitcher. I just think for the value of what you're going to get out of Noah, first of all, dude doesn't miss a start. Dude
That's the
doesn't miss
thing.
a start.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And
too.
I
Doesn't get hurt.
honestly wanted to get rid of Aaron Nola, but I looked at the overall landscape of the pitching market, his contract versus a guy like Blake Snell, and I'm like, give me Nola back. Like, I'm fine with it.
Why I wanted to, when someone asked me this before we re-signed him, I wanted to get rid of Nola too because I wanted Glass now because he was available. I don't
He
know
loves
I
Philly.
don't know if he still is.
He loves
Does
Philly.
he really?
Yeah, he's like, I love the way the Phillies play baseball.
Yeah,
Like,
so
they're fun.
you pair him up with
Wheeler.
yeah,
Wheeler's so good. Wheeler's a dog.
he's just consistent.
He's so
just
consistent.
you just know what you're gonna get out of him.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, and obviously, I don't want to get too Philly centric, but the Phillies were tired coming out of the gate last year, and they might be tired again, but they didn't go as deep into the postseason. They were just tired, and then they got hot. I think a full year out of Bryce. I'm probably going to bet on Bryce to win MVP. Full year out of him. Give me Bryce MVP.
This is the year where they need to they got so close the last 2 years. Like, all
Yeah,
right,
it's
this,
gotta
this
happen.
third year,
gotta happen.
They got to at least get back
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah. Kelly Oubre back. Quick Sixers talk. Quick Sixers Eagles. Kelly Oubre back. Let's get the Sixers going again.
how did he do I didn't even really.
He had like 12 points, I think.
He had 12 points last night.
Yeah.
How many minutes? You know how many minutes he played?
Like 20.
Okay, so he should be good.
Yeah, he's pretty efficient.
We need him. He's important. Very important.
He's important because we don't get consistency out of Tobias Harris. It's just it's what it is. Yeah. You need that. You know you're getting out of Maxi and beat every night. Tobias Harris, like, crapshoot.
Yeah.
If you can get consistency out of Oubre and Melton, like that crapshoot of Tobias is
He just adds a different
Oh, good.
element. You know what I mean? He shoots the three well, runs, stretches the floor. So
Didn't you once call him the most handsome man in the NBA?
is he not? I mean, listen. No, there's like a running joke, right? Like on all his posts, if you like scroll through it, it's
Yeah,
like
it's all
just
everyone always
comments,
responds.
like really sus comments. I think
Man
it's,
or woman, it's just hard
I
eyes,
think
hard eyes.
it's. I think
He
it's-
responds
I
every
think it's- I
time.
think
Oh my
it's
God, you're so
hilarious.
handsome.
I mean, I've never done that,
Yeah,
but
that's gotta be crazy.
But no, it's really,
If
really.
I saw
funny.
my boy responding to another man, oh my God, you're so handsome. I have to go.
You
over
call
there.
me out? I would hope so. I
I'd
really
be like,
would.
bro, you're crazy. It's insane. But all right,
That's hilarious.
that was a good lounge talk with Mitz.
Always fun being
Let's keep
here.
the good vibes in the core going.
Keep them up.
Let's go, baby. And talk to you guys soon. Love you.
Bye, guys. I don't want to know it. You can't hurt me now.